Okay, so one more thing I wanted to show y'all this weekend, and that is my mom and I went to the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts yesterday. Had a wonderful day. Um, if you are in or around Arkansas, you definitely need to check it out this summer. It's just opened, I think, the second week of May, so about 3 weeks ago, and they have it. I mean, it's small. It's small. It's Arkansas, but it's so nice. This is a sketch actually of the building, the front of the building, and there's the exhibits. There's classrooms. There's meeting halls. There is a gift shop, of course, and a restaurant, the Park Grill, that overlooks MacArthur Park. And they've put some sculptures in the park that you're looking out over the sculptures and the park and the flower beds when you're sitting there eating in the restaurant. And the food was divine. I'll pop some pictures in here. Some stills I took yesterday. I'm not a big person for taking food pictures, but I did take a few. We found a coffee shop in there, and they had scones, which I love. I love scones, so I got iced coffee and scones, and Mom got a hot tea. And then we did the downstairs, and then we went for our lunch reservation. The only picture I took, because like I said, I'm not a big picture taker for food, was the last one of the appetizer, because my mom wanted to try and recreate it. It was a rice cake with avocado smash, and then seared tuna, black sesame seeds, and then the sesame seed dressing. It was so yummy. And then Mom had the salmon, and I had shrimp and grits. It was just an excellent meal. Beautiful view, fabulous service. And then we went to the gift shop. Okay, and this is what I got at the gift shop. Now, I only took about 2 pictures at the gift while we were on the exhibit, because one thing I learned in my travels to all these different art places, like I'm looking over there right this second, I've got the Museum of Modern Art in New York, I've got the Chihuly Chihuly Museum in Seattle. I've got one more I can't read the location from right now. I'm looking at the bookcase across the wall. Most places either have a book, postcards, or something like that of their primary exhibits. The traveling exhibits are never in there. And so I thought, well, surely they had something similar. They did. Okay, so this is a magnet of the building. See, it's absolutely beautiful. My mom and I both get magnets of everywhere we go. We put them on the refrigerator. So if you ever come to my house, my refrigerator is an ode to pretty much everywhere I go. My receipt, which y'all don't care about. Alright, and then of course the bag will become collage fodder. I can't not, y'all, it's too great. Because isn't that fabulous? Isn't that fabulous? It is. Okay, so I will put this on my fridge, and the card can become collage fodder as well. Get my magnet off. Okay, so that'll go on my fridge, and I'll put this in our 5-minute journal basket to become something at some point. It says the mission of AMFA is to create an inclusive cultural space that inspires and builds community through visual and performing arts. Oh yeah, they do even have a performing arts area. I have a brochure. I'm not sure what I did with it. It's probably either in Mom's car or my purse. Alright, so put that over here. Put this over here, because they will become something. Alright. Alright, so I did buy a bag. Y'all, I couldn't help it. It's beautiful. And it's to put all my art supplies in. It's a Sam Middleton's Social Realism from 1964. And I'll put this in my stash as well. Because, oh, and there's another one. Machine or hand wash. Well, it'll hardly ever get washed because it'll hold art supplies forever. Let me cut this off, and this tag too can go in our 5-minute art. Okay, so anyway, I thought this would be great to put some of my travel art supplies in. It's a great size, and of course it is art. Come on, isn't it gorgeous? Okay, which brings me to this. So like I said, took a couple of pictures. I took a picture of my half-eaten scone and my half-consumed iced coffee from the coffee shop. I took a picture of the last one of the appetizers. I did only take 2 pictures of art because I wanted to experience the art, not see it through the lens of taking pictures and get so consumed with commemorating that I didn't, that I wasn't present. And because, like I said, I know most places have something where you can buy something. Well, what they had was greeting cards. So these greeting cards, I haven't decided if I will leave them in here and put them in the bookcase with the others, because it does kind of make its own little almost book in the way they do it. If I will frame them or if I'll turn them into a journal. I haven't decided. I kind of wish now that I had bought 2 of each, which, I mean, it's an hour from me. I could totally go back and buy more. But what I did was I bought my favorites, all right? So I'm going to put it in, and then I bought 2 masters. Of course, you have to have 2 masters. All right, so let me get out of sight and let me put them so that my 2 faves are the last 2. Because, yeah. Okay, we'll start with the masters, and then the other 2. Okay, now, these are all paintings or sculptures, there's a sculpture in here, that are at the Arkansas Museum of Fine Arts. So, if you don't recognize it, it's a Monet. Yeah, master. There were, I think, a couple of Monets, and, oops, low battery, and a couple of Degas. So, yeah, so I had to grab cards of the masters just to show, the depth of the collection, because, yeah, okay, because you gotta include the masters. Now, favorites. Let's do this. Oh, wait, you can see they have a description on the back. All right, let me hide them away. All right, I loved this one. This is Thomas Hart Benton, Clay County Farm, 1971. But it just, the surrealism is what I loved. Y'all, didn't this look like you could just walk into it and you have a conversation with him about something totally and completely ridiculous, your own little Alice in Wonderland moment? I just loved this. So, of course, I had to grab it. Alright, I loved this sculpture, and I'm not a big sculpture person, but I did love this one. I will say there was this one is Peter Vandenberg, Cortesian, 1988. And she's huge. I mean, I know you can't tell us from here, but she's probably, I don't know, 3 feet tall. She's huge. And of course she's 3D. And all the pock marks in her face and the lines in her hair, it was just so, I don't know, I just loved it. So anyway, I had to grab her as well. There was another sculpture that I really liked. They didn't have a postcard for it. I don't remember the artist. I think it was Harlequin, and it was a 3D hanging piece, but it was metal and plastic. And of course, obviously, it's going to be red, black, white, and silver. And it was, I don't know, I just loved it. I loved it. But there was not a postcard for it. But this is the other sculpture that I loved. Okay. This is my second favorite. I think of the ones I love, it's the one that I was just so enamored of. But it's so out of my style. And the other one that I love is in keeping with my style, and it's probably why the other one spoke to me more. This is Andrew Wyeth Snowflakes, and it's 1966. Y'all, that's watercoloring gouache. Look at his skin. His skin is just so alive, and that's watercolor and gouache, y'all. And I keep saying that because y'all know if you do watercolor and gouache, you know it's really hard to get skin tones with them. And dark skin tones are really hard for me. They end up looking flat and not alive. And man, he looks like he's just gonna blink at you any second. I just loved this. I just loved it. So yeah, I had to have him. Had to have him. And yeah, I was just seeing if there's anything else on it. Okay, this one though, this one made me want to come home and make art. Because this one is in keeping with me. This is the Sam Middleton Social Realism 1964. If you think, man, I just saw that somewhere, it is the one that's on my bag as well. But yeah, I saw this and I just had this overwhelming urge to come home and make art. And isn't that kind of what it's about, going to the museum? It's just it being inspired. And yeah, this just totally inspired me. I was like, oh, I need to go create. So I loved this. I loved this. I was enamored of this one and inspired by this one. So they are my top two. So anyway, if you are in and around Arkansas, you're coming to Arkansas, make sure you come by our new Museum of Fine Arts and check it out. The exhibit, fabulous. Coffee shop, wonderful. Restaurant, delicious. Gardens, beautiful. And a totally wonderful and peaceful day, which I really needed. Bye, y'all.